Yeah. What? Hey. LOZ in the building. What? Hey. Let's go. Hey. Tribe of Judah stuck in Babylon, call me a Hellcat. Frankincense and myrrh for the heaven, you can't inhale that. Hit him in the chest with the truth and then he fell back. We the real Jews, you the devil, run and tell that. Acting like you be in the field, that's ball cap. We be 20 deep on the block, strapped up in all black. Jacob fire, Joseph a flame, that's a fact. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Get it back in blood, numbers 35 and 33. Driven by revenge, wanna hop inside and turn the key. Drop the top, spin the block, pull up with a couple scripts. Book of Obadiah, look him in the eye and let it rip. 80 in the cannon, wildin' out, I ain't talking Nick. We be pulling scripts, you a potty mouth talking shh. See my people, my concern. But as for Babylon, it's gonna burn. Fire.
Oh yeah. This your host of WLOZ, Bunya Howard, Bunya Sharam. Akim over there at WLOZ that came with another smash hit. What would you gain if you lose your soul?
What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, very wealthy, blessed and healthy, with a soul pure as gold. Couldn't find another man like him, cause he was perfect and never sinned. The reason why the devil didn't like him, so he asked the Lord, could he test him? The only reason why he loyal to you, cause you blessed him, so he gave him over. Now Satan happy that he taking over, trying to convict him, had the power to do everything but kill him. Now Job never seen it coming, took all his riches and his cattle, he was left with nothing. But he never folded. He blessed Yahweh and he kept his soul, cause he was loyal even though he started breaking out with boils. His wife started to take it hard, but through it all Job never turned on his God. Then the Lord turned back his captivity of troubles, and everything he lost he got back double. Barakatha Yahweh.
For the man to gain the world and lose his soul, I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold. The Most High gave me authority and a blank check with your name, most importantly. How much for your soul? A big house with some Porsche keys, haulers from overseas, so you can have you some orgies. Boy, please, you gotta sign in blood to afford these, but you can have it all if you just act accordingly. Here's some forbidden fruit, since you thinking you worthy. You won't surely die, take a bite and conserve me. All I ask in return is a coon for eternity. You're every kingdom in the firmament for your loyalty. Tell your children to keep gang banging and murdering, and tell your women they need Brazilian butt lift surgery. Teach them love is love, can't forget about gay pride. Try and change your mind and that ass is mine. Once you sign a dotted line, there's no way to repent. Don't try to turn back now, you should have read the fine print. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold.
So what's the price of your soul? You want the chain, the whip, the cars, the clothes, the money, the Benz, the Rolls, the D's and Lows? We want the kingdom. The whole earth is our turf. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
I was lost, but these laws helped me find my people. And now we meet up every year for Feast of Tabs. All praise to the Most High.
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to Yah. I found what was missing, now I live the scriptures.
Used to be MIA. I followed the wind and linked up with my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings. I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way.
I gotta keep this commandments. Daughter of Yah, I won't stop. This is how he planned it. Worldly friends had to chop him off. Abba, keep me from the simple. Your words preserving my mental. This was never coincidental. This was never coincidental.
Had the link up on my soldiers, is working colder. Got scripts in my holster. That means I got 80 if you playing crazy. The rain gon' come like times of Noah. Our people search the ends of the earth of his wisdom, but you gon' find Yah in the works. My niggas stay patient, you gon' find what you looking for if you putting in first.
Brother, sister, polishing our image, gotta keep it kosher. Early morning buzz of the scriptures, like we brunching, sipping on mimosa. Can't forsake my king, prophecy, gotta be fulfilled. Book is up for now. Tryna dodge the sin, gotta kneel the iniquity, escape all the fire.
I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way. I found a way, I found a way.
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to Yah. I found what was missing, now I live the scriptures.
Used to be MIA. I followed the wind and linked up on my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings.
Khan, all praise to the Most High. Praises and honor and glory to the Most High through His Son, Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We back again, another Wednesday Wisdom. We're gonna get into some good scriptures tonight. Hopefully, everybody's gonna be edified. Everybody can walk away from this class with a little more understanding. From the wisdom aspect, right? Because remember, we always pray for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that those three things, they tie together, but they all mean three separate things. All right, wisdom is the proper application of knowledge, applying the things that you know. All right, because when we look at people in this world, a lot of people know things, right? A lot of people, you can study all the books, right, until you're weary in the spirit, until you're weary in the flesh. Right, you can have all this knowledge, but if you don't apply the knowledge correctly, right, that means you have no wisdom. Wisdom is really, applying the right things at the right time. If you apply the wrong law at the wrong time, you're gonna have a catastrophe. It's gonna be straight chaos, chaotic, right? So, as being future judges of the earth, being sons and daughters of judges of the earth, right? We want to make sure that we practice these things and that we rehearse these things and that, we study up on these things, because this is needed in the nation of Israel. When we look at our people, we know that we continue to be destroyed. We continue to be the most downtrodden people here on the face of this planet. And the only way to build ourselves up is really by, getting the knowledge and then applying these things, right? So with that being said, my name is Captain Kadash from the Lot of Zion. Hallelujah. Tonight's class is called, how to strengthen your hands. Now, it might be kind of elementary to some, right? It might sound like, maybe this a little milky for me, right? But, believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand how to strengthen your hands. You have people that have been in this truth for years and they don't know how to strengthen their hands, right? This comes with effort. This comes with, knowing certain things and applying certain things. All right. I truly believe that somebody that's when they first come into the truth, or you may have somebody that may still be a babe in this truth, they don't understand these things. If I can see somebody in the truth that's been here for 5 years, not understanding how to strengthen their hands, you know, what more is it to somebody that's been in this truth for 1 year? Right? These are very important aspects that we go over in Wednesday Wisdom. All right. When we talk about Wednesday Wisdom, how to strengthen your hands, what does that mean? What does it mean to strengthen your hands? Think about it. All right. If your hands are weak, you can't grip anything. All right. You can't lift anything up. All right. You can't do any work. You can't do any labor. You can't do anything, right, without your hands. Think about how vital your hands are. All right. If you don't have your hands, you can't do much. There's not much that you can do. So we don't want to have weak hands in this truth. Right? We want to strengthen our hands. When we become, when we are overcome by certain things. Scripture's already told us that, we're gonna be weak at times. Right? When we talk about the ups and downs of life, you're gonna be weak. But you got to remember to count on the Lord at all times. If you don't count on the Lord, what is this? What are you? Are you really in this truth? All right. Do you really have the faith in the Most High and His Son, Mashiach Yahushua? All right. These are questions that we always got to ask ourselves, man. All right. So I want to open up. Let's start off with the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. All right. We always start off with that scripture, Colossians 3 and 17. All right. Let's get that. Give me 1 second. All right. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, "What? And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the power and the Father by Him." All right. So business as usual. All right. Everything we do, we give thanks to the Most High. We give thanks to His Son, Mashiach Yahushua. All right. So let's open up with Isaiah chapter 35. All right. Let's see what that says. Let's kick it off. Isaiah chapter 35. And I'm going to start. Let me see. I'm going to start at verse 3. All right. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 3. It says, "Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong and fear not." So when we talk about having strengthened hands, when we talk about having, strengthen the knees, right? What does that mean? In reality, it means to be strong. It means to fear not. If we put our faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, if we put our faith into the Most High, there's nothing we should be really fearing here on this earth. All right. But a lot of us get caught up in this flesh, all right, because we go on a daily basis, all right, kind of just we go to work, we wake up, go to sleep, take a shower, eat, and we do the same thing the next day, and we get caught up in the world. We get caught up in the cycle of the world, right? We get conformed to the world, not understanding that this is a spiritual thing, that these are the things that we should not be worrying about when we have somebody that steps to us wrong, all right? Or, they threaten on taking your house, or your wife planning on leaving you. Hey, scriptures say, be strong and fear not. The Most High gonna make it work. If you stay faithful in the Most High, He gonna make it work. Now, the people that don't stay faithful in the Most High, then that's a completely different story. I would be afraid. All right, you should be afraid, because what strength do you have? You're not stronger than the Lord. Do you think you're gonna pull yourself up? Do you think you're gonna build yourself up based off the strength of your own hands? No, it's not gonna work like that. Right? You're not going to help yourself out by the strength of your own hands, especially if God is against you. And a lot of times, not to go off on a tangent, a lot of times brothers and sisters, when they get caught up, they get weary in the flesh, or their hands become weakened, right? Their first thought is to say, you know what, I give up, and they walk away. But think about it. I always give the comparison into the gym, right? When you're working out in the gym, you can't get stronger without getting weak in the gym. Does that make sense? Right? So think about it like this. If I want big arms, right? I gotta do curls until my biceps become weak, and I could barely lift that. It's the same thing with your hands. Your hands at times, for your hands to become stronger, they have to become weak at one point. All right. And the more they are weakened, right, through resistance, right, through adversity, right, the stronger they become. But people don't think about it like that. A lot of people, they get weak hands the first time. They say, you know what, I'm out. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with the trials. I don't want to deal with the adversity. I don't want to deal with what comes to this truth. Give me back to the world. Let me go back to my 9 to 5. Let me go back to what I've been doing all along, because I never had this many trials in my life. We see a lot of brothers and sisters do that. One of the scariest things for me when I see a brother come into the truth or a sister that come into the truth and they're so zealful, like they have so much zeal, right? And a lot of times they don't understand what this truth is cracked up to be. They don't understand what the truth comes with. When you first come in, it reminds me of the scripture where it says when you first, you take in the scripts, you take in the roll, it's sweet to the taste, all right? And you eat a little bit more, and then it becomes bitter. Now your stomach is turning. All right? Your stomach turning now. So a lot of brothers and sisters do that when they come into the truth. All right. It's sweet when you first come in, but then you realize it's bitter on the back end. All right. So let me finish that off. Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 3, it says, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God, your power will come with vengeance, even the Most High with recompense. He will come and save you. Meaning what? When your hands become weak and your knees become weak, you have to give these things unto the Most High. This is where your faith comes in. And we're going to read something that our forefathers, we got to look at the stories of our forefathers and how much faith they really had. Remember what Abraham did. How many of us are willing to do what Abraham did? Even though he didn't go through with the action of his son Isaac, how many are willing to take our son to that mountain? How many of us are willing to do that in the name of the Most High, if the Most High asks us to do that? Right? You got to ask yourself, where's your faith, man? All right? Where do you get your strength from? All right? Let me finish off on that. I think that was it. Let me drop that. I'm going to go to the next. So let's get Nehemiah chapter 6. All right? Nehemiah chapter 6. All right? We really got to learn what it means to strengthen your hands. Our forefathers asked for these things. All right? Every time our forefathers became weak or the enemy was coming up against them, they would always pray to the Most High. Strengthen, oh Most High, oh Lord, strengthen my hands. How many of you have asked the Most High to strengthen your hands in those times? A lot of us don't do that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of us don't pray until it's the Shabbat day. How many of us are praying when we wake up in the morning, before we go to sleep? How many of us are praying when we get a good meal? How many of us are praying that, thanking the Most High in your health? Because we take a lot of things for granted, man. The Most High granted us a lot of things. He granted us the clothes on our back. He granted us the roof over our heads. He granted us with brothers and sisters that care about us and love us. He granted you with family, loving family. He granted you with that job you got, able to pay your bills, able to drive that nice car around. How many of us has thanked the Most High while things were going good? All right? Because a lot of us Israelites only want to pray when things going bad. You haven't prayed for 6 months, right? Now when you lose your job, oh Most High, oh Most High. Nah, you were supposed to pray before that. Now you look like a manipulator. Now you look like you only using God for in your prosperity, right? And that's what we want to get away from, right? The Christian church does these things, right? They are the ones who pray to the Most High, right, in their prosperity. We got to do everything, man. We got to make sure that we pray to the Most High even when we down and out, when our hands have become weakened. All right. So this is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 6 and verse 9. Let me get that. Hold on one second, y'all. Nehemiah 6 and verse 9. It says, hold on one second. Come on. Verse 9. For they all made us afraid, saying, their hands shall be weakened from the work. So remember what I was saying earlier. When you use your hands a lot, right? You in the gym, let's say you going to the gym. Remember, you can't get strong without getting weak. Right? If you go to the gym and you're not sweating, right? You're not putting any resistance on that bar, you're not putting any type of weight, right? You're not putting any type of weight against the gravity that you're going against. You're not going to become weak to become strong. For your hands to strengthen, you have to go through some things. You have to put it under stress, right? You can't get strong without putting your body under stress, right? So, verse 9, for they all made us afraid, saying, their hands shall be weakened from the work, that it be not done. Now, therefore, O God, strengthen my hands, right? Those are the things that we should be praying for, strengthening my hands. And remember, I read earlier in Isaiah 35, what does it mean for the Most High to strengthen our hands? It means for us to be strong, not only just physically, but spiritually. We have to be strong in the spiritual aspect, right? And we cannot fear, right? And I know that's easier said than done. Myself, personally, I've been through these situations where it's like, man, you kind of, you're going through your fleshly moments, you're going through your flesh, your mind, your own spirit. You kind of, you're getting frightened a little bit about what the outcomes may be, whether it be a job, financially, friendships, relationships, whatever the case might be. And you find yourself getting frantic, right? The scripture I'm going to read a little bit later about our forefathers, I really want everybody to understand and embody what our forefathers kind of exemplified. Our forefathers exemplified strength in nature. They exemplified men and women of faith. They exemplified men and women who continue to be consistent, persistent, right? And they exemplified the true nature of, the sons and daughters of the Most High having faith in him, right? These are the things that we want to accomplish in this fleshly body, right? I said earlier, the Most High has to he has to weaken your hands before it becomes stronger, right? We have to remember that. So when we talk about strength, what are some of the things that we should be doing to make ourselves spiritually strong, right? And this not, think about it, it's not talking about when it says strengthen your hands, strengthen my hands, it's not talking about a physical strength. This is spiritually girding your loins, right? Preparing yourself spiritually to be strong. When you're strong, that means you can handle a lot of resistance. I compare it to the gym again. Somebody who's strong in the gym, they can handle a lot of resistance. They could put a lot of weight on that squat bar. They can put a lot of weight on that curl bar. They can put a lot of weight on the bench press. Same thing goes for us in the spiritual aspect. All right. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 9. 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Let's see what that's talking about. Right? Because a lot of people boast in their strength, but you're not really strong because you never been through nothing. Right? Sister Mina said, I need to pray more. Hallelujah. All right, that's right. We all need to pray more. All right. Should at least, how many times a day should we be praying? We should be praying at least 3 times a day. At least. Don't wait until you're going through something either. Can't wait until you're going through something to send up the mighty prayer to the Most High. You send up a prayer for an hour straight because you got something going on. When's the last time you prayed like that when nothing was wrong, when everything was good? All right. You weren't in the battle at the moment. You weren't in the trials of adversity. All right. We all need to pray more. These are things that we should be striving for as the children of the Most High. Right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24. Let's see what this says. All right. Classic scripture. It says, know ye not that which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. So what does it mean? A lot of people in this race, right? A lot of people in the marathon, a lot of people running. You see the Olympics, a lot of people right? They had to go through a lot of people for it to come down to the finals. But they got 8 lanes on that track. How many people had to go through those lanes to get to that final race, right? But it says only one, right? Run that you may win. And we're going to see how we win, how we strengthen ourselves, right? 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Meaning we're not running for no reason. You know, we're not strengthening our hands for no reason. We're not fighting for no reason. We're not, when it says beat the air, it's kind of like you just flapping around. We're not doing that, right? There's a purpose to everything that we're doing. When we talk, even the topic of strengthening your hands, the purpose of this class at the end of the day is to what? To hopefully be allowed into the kingdom of heaven. Hopefully we can enter into, you know, immortality. That's what we strive for, because we believe in, you know, there's life after this. Right? There's life after death, man. Right? You know, a lot of people say, well, when you die, that's it. That's there. You dead. No, that's not how it works. When we read about our forefathers in the scriptures, right? Look at John, Elijah. When we read about these people, we know that this was a cycle of life. Right? Let's finish off. It says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. So what does that mean? Let's kind of break that down. I keep under my body and bring it unto subjection. What does it mean to subject? Right? What does it mean to subject? Matter of fact, let me get the definition of subject. All right, let's see what this says. Subjection. All right. Let's see. Subjection. Hold on. Let me get it. Let's go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. All right. It says the act or a process of bringing someone or something under one's control. So think about that. It says the act or process of bringing someone or something under one's control, meaning you have to bring your body under control. It's separating your body from your spirit, your flesh from your spirit. Your spirit has to be the one that rules. Remember, you know, Paul talked about, you know, famous scripture where it talks about the war against the flesh and the spirit. Somebody has to win here. And you got to ask yourself, are you going to let your body win or are you going to let your mind win? All of this plays into the part of strengthening your hands. Who's going to win here? How do you strengthen? What are some other ways you strengthen your hands? Meditation, right? Thinking about the law, statutes, and commandments. Thinking about the faith that our forefathers had. Constantly thinking about these things at all times. All right. These are things that we should keep on our mind, especially we don't want to keep our mind, you know, kind of just vacant, you know, with vain thoughts. We want to have our mind settled on the scriptures, because remember the scriptures, the Most High says, you know, through patience and hope, you know, we read the scriptures, right? That's what we need. This is how we strengthen our hands at the end of the day. So when it talks about bringing your body into subjection, it means for your spirit to have control over your body. You have to practice this thing. Your mind has to have control over your body. Let me see what happened. Oh, I think the internet is going up. Come on. So I'm gonna finish off on that. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. Meaning, you know, it don't matter how many scriptures you don't read. It don't matter how many classes you done, how many lessons you have done, right? If you don't get yourself right, you don't bring your body into subjection under your mind, knowing that you shouldn't give your body to everything, or you just don't pass out when you feel in some type of way, right? You know, when you look at people that's in the Army or the Marines, they pride themselves of the mind being stronger than the body. That's why they push themselves to physical exertion to the degree that they do. They physically push themselves. I can't remember who does. I think it's the Navy or the Marines, where they have to constantly stay up for about 3 or 4 days straight. I think they call it Hell Week or something. All right. They make these brothers stay up for 4 days straight. They push them to the absolute max. You know what that does? It forces your mind to be stronger than your body, because your body gonna give up. That's your body fighting your mind, saying, yo, I'm tired. I want to give up. My hands are weak. I'm not strengthened right now. That's your body fighting against your mind. And if you lose, you out of here. You can't be a part of the Navy. If they know your body is stronger than your mind, that means you cannot be a part of the Navy. You don't have your body under subjection. And that's what it is with the Most High. The Most High works the same way. Remember, in Joel chapter 2, it talks about us being a part of this great army. Ezekiel 37 as well. It talks about us being a part of the Most High's great army, a strong army, people who are strong that execute his word. If we cannot get our body under control and strengthen ourselves, we are not fit. We're not fit for it. Right? This thing runs deep. All right. So we don't want to be a castaway. We want to make sure that our mind, our hands are stronger than the physical, right? Let me get Isaiah chapter 40. Let's get Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. Right? These are the things that we got to practice, man. A lot of people think, well, this is elementary, man. I know this. Do you really? And like I said earlier, we may know, but do we do? The scriptures say, not the hearers of the word shall be, just and righteous, but the doers of the word, the doers of the law, statutes, and commandments, those are the ones that's going to be pushed, right? So it's not just about reading and memorizing scriptures, right? Isaiah 40 and verse 31. Hold on. I'm gonna start at verse. Let's start at verse 28. Let's start at verse Isaiah 40 and verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Most High, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. He's the one that increases strength. When you're weak, do you truly call on the name of the Most High? When you're going through things, do you call on the name of the Most High? A lot of people don't, man. A lot of people sit there and they go through turmoil, trial, adversity, and not one time did they call on the Lord. Did you really strengthen yourself in the Most High? No. No. All them classes you done been to, all them Shabbats you done been to, all the YouTube street preachings and teachings you've done tuned into, and you've liked and subscribed and shared the videos, but you still haven't called on the name of the Lord to strengthen your hands. Verse 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Most High shall renew their strength. Renew. What does that mean? Meaning, when it says renew, that means one time your hands were strong. One time, at one point, you was good. Spiritually, you was in a good place. At one point. But remember, we talked earlier, we talked about these dips that we had in life, right? He said, but they that wait, what does it mean to wait? Meaning hold your horses. Be cool. Sit in that, right? Hold on. If you wait, the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up the wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. This is how you strengthen your hands, by calling on the name of the Most High first. It's a first step, man. We have to make sure that we call on the name of the Most High at all given times. Let's get Psalms chapter 71 and verse 16. All right, Psalms chapter 71. All right. Psalm 71. I like this this chapter here. Very powerful. Right? Let's see. Psalms chapter 71, and I'll start at verse 14. Psalm 71 and 14. It says, but I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. My mouth shall show forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. Meaning, I don't understand how these things, I can't tell you how great the Most High, how many miraculous things that the Most High has done. It says, I will go in strength. Verse 16, I will go in the strength of the Lord thy power. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. O Yahweh, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared thy wondrous works. Now also when I am old and gray-headed, O Most High, forsake me not, until I have showed thy strength unto this generation. Meaning what? Everybody on the face of this earth that serves the Most High, you got to show your faith, your strength unto this generation. Remember the Most High. Remember in Matthew, it talks about the lights that we have to show forth. You know, let your light shine bright. Let your righteousness shine. The people around you should kind of have this thing like saying, man, that's a wise sister right there. That's a wise brother. We read about that in Deuteronomy chapter 4. When we do the things that the Most High told us to do, he said, this shall be your wisdom in the sight of the other nations, in the sight of the other people. People around you say, man, that was a wise move right there. That was a prudent move right there. All right. It says, now also when I am old and gray-headed, O Most High, forsake me not until I have showed thy strength unto this generation. You have to show your strength unto the people. People got to see that you're strong. People got to see that, you know, when you going through something, how you carrying yourself, man. That you lifting your head high, you know, that you still pushing forward, that you're not getting weary in the spirit, you know. You got to continue to feed yourself so the Most High don't blow out that candle, right? Until I have showed thy strength unto this generation and thy power to everyone that is to come. Thy righteousness also, O Most High, is very high. Who has done great things, O God? Who is like unto thee? Right? I want to read one more. Thou, which has showed me great and sore troubles. Right? Look at that. So these great and sore troubles represent a time when your hands have become weakened. Remember what I said. What does it mean for your hands to be weakened? You kind of get weary. Your hands can't grip anything. You can't lift it. Without your hands, you can't do much, man. All right. You cannot do anything without your hands when your hands are weak. All right. So your hands represent the great and sore troubles when it's weak. Right. Thou which has showed me great and sore troubles shall quicken me again and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness. All right. How many of us want to increase our greatness? All right. How many of us want to increase our strength? When we look at our forefathers and look at the things that they did, man, that thing was great. When we look at Abraham, when we look at Phineas, when we look at Maccabees, when we look at Elijah, right? When we look at John, when we look at Paul, when we look at all of these brothers, Luke, all of these brothers, man, that did great things in the sight of the Most High. Now, they had their troubles, right? Some of them had their troubles, but they did great things in the sight of the Most High. The Most High increased them in their greatness, man. That's how we want to be. That's the standard. As the children of Israel, as us serving the Most High God, our power, that is the standard when we look at our forefathers. Because when we was in the world, we didn't have a standard. Ray and Roger and them hanging under the tree by the corner store was our standard. Right? Little Duke, right? Little Duke was the standard for our people, for our brothers. That's not our standard anymore. Our standard have increased 10 million fold when we look at our forefathers. We want to be great like Abraham. We want to be great like Job. We want to be great like David. We want to be great like all of our people that fought in the name of the Most High, right? So it says, thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side, right? When you talk about strengthening your hands, you want to ask the Most High to strengthen you and comfort you on every side. A lot of these things we just got to ask for because we know that our words have great power. Remember, think about how powerful words are. We talk about the strength of the tongue, right? The power of the tongue. How in James it talks about the strokes of the tongue have broken many bones, man. You could break many bones with the stroke of the tongue just by the words you say. Because words have power behind them. Instead of using it for evil, let's use it for good and ask the Most High for the proper things for us to strengthen ourselves, man. All right, that's what we really want to do. Let's go to 2 Samuel real quick. All right, 2 Samuel chapter 22. Hold on 1 second. Let me find that. 2 Samuel chapter 22 verse. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. 22, 33. Yep. All right. 2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 33. It says, matter of fact, let me start up a little bit more. Verse 31. As for the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of the Most High is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. Meaning what? He's a shield. He's going to be that protection for you. He's going to be the one that strengthens you. For who is the Most High? Save the Most High. And who is a rock? Save our power. Meaning, who is a rock except for our power? Who other than the Most High is our rock? Right? Verse 33. The Most High is my strength and power, and he maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and set me upon high places. Verse 35. Watch this. He teacheth my hands to war. Meaning what? He teach your hands to be strong. He teach your hands how to be strong, how to fight. Right? It goes more in depth. So that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Right? So remember what I said earlier. Without your hands, you can't do nothing. Right? Without your hands, you can do nothing. It says, so that a bow, first he says, he teacheth my hands to war, right? He's strengthening your hands, right? So that a bow of steel can be broken by the strength of your arms. You got to grip the steel first, right? You got to be able to pick it up. You got to be able to have strong hands, right? A lot of grip strength, right, goes into how strong you are. Strengthening your hands, right? So when we look at the Most High, the first thing we always do is call on the Most High to strengthen ourselves, right? That's what we got to do. I'm going to go to Acts chapter 26 and verse 22. Let's see what Paul did to strengthen himself. When he was talking to King Agrippa, All right. Hold on. Let me see. Acts chapter 22. No, let's go to 26. Acts 26, and then we'll start at verse 22. This is the book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 22. Having therefore obtained help of God, I continue unto this day. These are the things that we have to remember when we talk about strengthening ourselves. All right. A lot of times when your hands are weak, right, and you're sitting in that moment, it's hard to think like, man, how's the Most High going to build me back up from this? But you know what that is? A lack of faith, right? That's a lack of understanding what the Most High is capable of, right? A lot of times when we in our fleshly mind and we in our fleshly, our fleshly body, our fleshly thoughts, we start to forget that the Most High is capable of doing miracles on this earth. He's the one that controls the sun and the moon. Think about how great those two things are, man. Right? We look at the sun and the moon and we think, man, like when we're actually physically looking at it, it's like, man, these are great works of the Most High. So if he created those things, you think he's too weak to strengthen you, to get you back to that point, to increase your greatness, right? We tend to forget those things. But when we look at our forefathers, these are the things they did. It says, having therefore obtained help of God, I continue unto this day, witnessing both to small and great, saying none other things than those which the prophets and Moses did say should come. Right? So that was Paul just leaning on what our forefathers did from the very beginning. Right? And we got to get back to that. We forget that. Right? Let me get one more script. I'm gonna go to 2nd Maccabees. I think it's 2. Oh no, it might be 1st Maccabees. 1 second. Because I want to show you what he did when the people became weak. Right. This is a good script right here. This is 1st Maccabees. So I want you to think. Look at what Mattathias did when he needed to strengthen the people. Right? He needed to bring the spirits of the people up. He needed to strengthen their hands. He needed to make them strong. Look at what he did. He said, hold on 1 second. Let me get it. All right. First thing he said, 1st Maccabees chapter 2 and 50. It says, now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Meaning you got to be willing to give up everything. He said, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor in an everlasting name. Right? I want great honor. I know a lot of our brothers and sisters want great honor. We want an everlasting name. We want our name to continue. Right? When I think about that, that's a great life, man. Right? Job well done. You want your name to continue for generations to come. You want them to say, hey, man, hey, Kadash, that brother was on fire. Right? That brother went to war and he had no mercy on the heathen. Right? Right? We want them to talk about these things about our sisters. Right? We want them to say our sisters, man, that sister right there, man, she gave up everything for the truth, man. Right? She helped thousands of brothers and sisters and children in this truth. We want that everlasting name. But not to go on a tangent, look at what Mattathias did. Right? He said, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor in the everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Jesus, Joshua, right, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. I want y'all to realize what he's doing here. He's reminding the people of our greatness. He's reminding them of their great. You got to remind yourself of your greatness sometime to strengthen yourself. Remind yourself of our forefathers' greatness to strengthen yourself. Remind yourself of the bloodline that you come from. You got to have that thing in your mind where you say, listen, man, I came from a great people. I know what I'm capable of. Right? My forefathers ruled kingdoms. And that thing is still in our blood. We got to remember that. We got to remember to be a king, to be a princess, to be a woman of honor, a man of honor. We had to rule in strength. We couldn't rule in weakness. All throughout the scriptures, it tells you be strong, be strong, be strong. Never in the scriptures will it tell you be weak. Well, under certain circumstances, right? But for the most part, it will never tell you, hey, y'all, hey, Kadash, be weak, bro. Be a wimp, be a coward, right? Run away from your problems. Don't deal with that. Let your hands be weak. Nah. We ask the Most High to strengthen our spirit, strengthen our hands, right? It says, Ananias, Azarias, and Misael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. It says, none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Your hands don't stay weak forever. To be strong, you got to go through some things, man. All right? You got to go through a couple of things. You got to let your hands be weak. Go through that weakness to become stronger. All right? These are the things we got to remember. Right? It's easier to do when we're going through these classes, when the book is open, right? When you got your brothers around you, it's easy to do. But what about when you go home? When you're at the house by yourself, that's the problem. You know, when you're in your own thoughts, you know, the devil starts speaking to you because your mind is idle. You haven't meditated. You haven't prayed to the Most High. You haven't stayed in the scripture. You haven't read not one scripture. You haven't played no classes, right? We got to get out of we got to get out of that mindset. Feed yourself on the daily. All right. You don't go a day without food unless you're fasting. The script should be the same way. Those words that proceed out of the mouth of God, right? These are the things we live by. That's our daily bread. And we got to get back to that. Right? So I'm going to end it there. I pray everybody was edified. I pray everybody, learned something for the day. I pray that everybody's writing these scriptures down, highlighting some stuff in your Bible. Strengthen your hands, man. If your hands are weak, let them be strong. Pray to the Most High that your hands become strong. Pray that your spirit becomes strong, right? You got to continue to push forward at all times, right? These are the things we strive for. Reach out to your brother, reach out to your sister when you're going through these things. It's not gonna be easy, all right? This life ain't easy. This life is tough, man, all right? But the only way we get to the next level, the only way we get to the next point, all right, we got to stay grounded and we got to stay in contact with the Most High. You got to look at that relationship with the Most High you got, man. Very, very important. All right, very important. So listen, continue to like, subscribe, share the videos, make sure people tuning in for Wednesday Wisdom. We're trying to build this platform. We really want to get everybody in tune with what's going on during the week. Shabbat is not enough. Going to Shabbat on Saturday it's not enough, honestly. Think about it. You going out of 7 days, you only reading the scripts on 1 day a week. That's not good. All right, you can't stay strong that way. All right. So, with that being said, I want to say, peace and blessings to the children of Israel. I want to say shalom. Continue to stay faithful in the Most High. Continue to strengthen your brothers. Continue to walk forward and press forward toward the prize. With that being said, I want to say shalom and hallelujah. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead.
Okay. You know how that go though? I said, you know how that go though? Since I came in this truth, my people don't treat me the same. They love me at my worst, but now they hate what I became. I put my salvation before the money and the fame. Lost some partners on the way, but I just shot that to the game. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. People smile in your face, but they be wicked and they phony. Tell me who should I fear? What the 1611 on me?
When I was on the corner selling drugs with the thugs, popping bottles in the club, everybody showed me love. But since I came in this truth, my people don't treat me the same. When they see me with my fringes on, they looking at me strange. I guess they hate what I became, but I just charge it to the game. I just stay up in my lane and I would never be ashamed. My new 357 is my 1611, and I always keep it on me, so I'm never feeling lonely. You gon' learn, homie. My own family done turned on me. It's like I'm all alone. Yahweh keep me strong through this long journey. They love me more when I was wicked. We must prepare for war, this holy battle, so addicted. Now they looking like what happened when they listen to me rapping, cause I'm bringing out the truth up in the booth and still snapping. I pray that I stay focused, cause my people around me hopeless. Ever since I started keeping the commandments, I just noticed.
Since I came in this truth, my people don't treat me the same. They love me at my worst, but now they hate what I became. I put my salvation before the money and the fame. Lost some partners on the way, but I just shot that to the game. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. People smile in your face, but they be wicked and they phony. Tell me who should I fear? What the 1611 on me?
Lord, please protect me from my faith. Lord, please forgive me for my wicked sins.
Fake love, fake friends, only friends for occasions. You my friend when I got it all. Please stop the faking. Please don't fake the funk when you come around me. I prove them first, I got the scriptures. Yeah, my script is on me. Study up, look it up. Fake the funk and I cut it up. Check my resume, I'll cut you off. I see you texting, I reject the call. Secret message, you want all my business. Just to laugh and go tell it all. Try to tell you can't hit Shabbat. Now you miss when I text a call. You a surfing, I see you lurking, I see you working. You gon' be hurting. Tell me what's your purpose, throw all the shade. Like you a curtain, you acting fake. That's certain, that's certain. Are you real or are you fake? Are you heathen or are you Jake? If you celebrate pagan holidays, no thanks, I don't wanna play. Real friend, I'll hold it down. 100 soldiers, that's no clowns. 200 boots when we hit the ground. I came in this truth, my people don't treat me the same. They love me at my worst, but now they hate what I became. I put my salvation before the money and the fame. Lost some partners on the way, but I just shot that to the game. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. People smile in your face, but they be wicked and they phony. Tell me who should I fear? What the 1611 on me? A man's foe should come from out of his house, so you can't trust the soul. The wise keep if they mouth closed. My eyes open as I sleep, gotta stay woke and meditate on scriptures a Christian could never dare quote. They say I changed, as I say that was some air quotes. I'm acting strange since I ain't sinning and raising hell, yo. You should stick together like them jabos with Velcro. Now you need some whenever you hit my cell phone. His speech was smooth, but deep in his heart was war. For more have died from the tongue than the edge of the sword. I know they hate me just for your name's sake, but Lord, I'd rather die before I ever start keeping these laws. I swear my family members getting sick of me. Gave them back all of the presents under the Christmas tree. Praying that Yahweh Shai don't put their blood on the leaves, but Lord knows I ain't perfect. God
Since
mercy
I came
on
in
me.
this truth, my people don't treat me the same. They love me at my worst, but now they hate what I became. I put my salvation before the money and the fame. Lost some partners on the way, but I just shot that to the game. You used to be my my homie, now you act like you don't know me. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. People smile in your face, but they be wicked and they phony. Tell me who shall I fear? What the 1611 on me? Okay, you know how that go though? I said, you know how that go though? Since I came in this truth, my people don't treat me the same. They love me at my worst, but now they hate what I became. I put my salvation before the money and the fame. Lost some partners on the way, but I just shot that to the game. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. You used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. People smile in your face, but they be wicked and they phony. Tell me who shall I fear?